With only 23 days until Christmas, the National Coordination Office for Prevention of Trafficking in Persons has revealed how the country has so far registered 3,259 cases of human trafficking as of 1st December 2024, creating war among different stakeholders. The number of victims stands at 4,965, with children alone making a total of 2,543, hence a call for concerted efforts.
This particular office that combats trafficking in persons, the case count stands at 3,259 in total. These are involved with victims amounting to 4,965. But of the number of victims, that is 4,965, the children alone, now this is very absurd that the children alone represent 79% of that number that have been involved as victims in trafficking in persons, which gives us a number that leads us to 2,543 children victims.
According to Basalirwa Kigenyi Derrick, the National Deputy in the National Coordination Office for the Prevention of Trafficking in Persons, a total of 452 adults have been affected by human trafficking. Of the total trafficking cases, 93.4% involve domestic human trafficking, while 6.6% are related to international human trafficking. Other forms of trafficking include sex trafficking, labor trafficking, and other related cases.
Adult victims are about 452, and cases where we have both children involved and the adults are only 55, whereas the other category is 209. Whereas from this total of cases, sex trafficking in persons represents 1,937. Labor trafficking or trafficking for purposes of labor exploitation is represented by 658.
In terms of regions, Mbale tops the list of districts with many cases of human trafficking, standing at 373 case counts, followed by Kampala with 313 case counts, Masaka 257, Jinja 253, and many others. Kigenyi says there is need for more mass sensitization on various trends of trafficking, especially the online one, thus sending a piece of advice to Ugandans.
Many of you receive messages to invest online. In online investments, you do not know where these people are. Some of them may even tell you they are stationed in Brazil, they are stationed in Kampala here, they are stationed in different parts of the world. However, these are all scammers. And some of you have gone ahead to pay your monies. These people are trafficking you for purposes of financial gain. For them, it's about getting your money. And when you invest in them, after a month, 3 months, 6 months, the online portal is no more. And they go ahead and create another one. Okay? So this is to call upon us as a country, to call upon us as a people, to pay attention to these scammers and avoid them.
To the companies dealing in external labor exploitation, Kigenyi wants them to respect their contractual obligations with migrant workers or face the courts of law. This comes at a time many Ugandan migrant workers have lost their lives in foreign countries, especially in the Middle East due to negligence from labor companies.
A warning to the companies, but also to create awareness to some of you, the labor companies, that were not aware that, yes, this is now precedental, that any company that does not take care of the lives of the migrant workers, that is not, or that is throwing away the responsibility to make sure the Ugandans are safe, shall be held accountable accordingly.
Kigenyi finally called upon parents and guardians to be extra vigilant and educate their children about human trafficking, especially as they head for the third-term holidays.
Many of you parents now, with the busy schedules, you've managed to give your children gadgets, phones, tabs that are also being used online. Mind you, the trafficker knows, and some of the trafficker even know your schedules. They know you do not stay home. They know the children are left home alone with the house helpers. So they take advantage. Now, let's pay attention to this. Let's make our children aware. Let's let them know that the traffickers are actually just waiting on trafficking them.
John Baptist Ahomza, Church of Uganda Family TV News at 8.